Okay, everybody, it's time for another action figure review. This time of the Patriot Studios Big Boss action figures. Hey, Ahab? Yeah. Uh, this isn't your review, bro. Oh, sorry. Was that incredibly corny? Yes. Am I sorry? Not really. All right. So, the Patriot Studio. Nice little white complete slip cover here. Lift that up to reveal. Big Boss, the Patriot 1 miles real masterpiece. Big Boss. Totally not any other character ever. All that fun stuff. Pause to read. Pretty decent artwork all the way around. Yeah, I suppose that would make more sense if I turned it this way. Yeah, that's the mushroom clad. That's pretty cool. What does the bottom have? Ooh. Though, what's really funny is that next one. Oh, well, that is a pretty awesome Easter egg right there. So they are going to do the classic Nemesis. Okay. All right. The whole reason I bought this one was because I didn't think they were going to do that one. Okay. Took me a second to figure out how to further open it. It was taped right over there. Da-na-na-na. There's a picture of Jill's ass, apparently. Sort of anime Jill right there. And there he is. Totally not Nemesis, instead Big Boss action figure. Alright, I'm gonna go through this first set of accessories, and then the hands, and then the figure himself. First, we have the bonus head, which you get if you pre-ordered the figure. It's the totally wrapped up version. We also get this open mouth, sort of snarling, possibly screaming head. Very nice detail work throughout. Though you can see the seam, I suppose, on the top, but oh well. Very nice. A tentacle. Another tentacle. What's really interesting about these tentacles is they appear that they might screw in. I haven't gotten that far yet, but it's an interesting way to do your accessories. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Figure that out in a minute. Needed both hands free for this. We have the rocket, which is somewhat articulated because the little fins come down. So that's pretty cool. Actually look like a rocket flying through. Not too shabby there. And then we have the oh so modest frickin' rocket launcher. Very nicely done. Not sure how easily the rocket's going to fit in there, but let's find out. Well, there it goes. Oh yeah, straight down in there. There we go. So you could, store the rocket in there if you so chose. On to the hands. First we have these, can do double duty as fist hands, but also grabbing hands, holding hands, sorry. Nice detail work. Our trigger figure hand, so you can hold the rocket launcher in either hand. Very nice. And our tentacle specific hands. So let's go ahead and see how this works. Does it screw in or does it just port in? Really looks like it's supposed to. Yeah. Doesn't go all the way in so far, but I didn't like jam it in there. But even there, that's holding pretty easily. And this one, also I didn't look to see if one's supposed to go in a specific hand or not. I just kind of went with my gut there. And just sort of ports in, though it's sticking out quite a bit. Though I suppose depending on what way you're filming them, it's not going to matter too much. I think it can go, yeah, it goes a lot deeper. Okay. Yeah, alrighty. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Before continuing on, do be careful with these because they are also screwed into the tentacles and will unscrew out of the tentacles, and given how teeny tiny they are, you will definitely lose them. So, just food for thought. Alright, now for the review of the big boss himself. My guy, we've already done this bit. Oh, yeah. Alright, here we are. The big boss, totally not the Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. Alright, lovely detail work throughout. Looks like he jumped just right out of the game. Look at how hideous that face is. Yeah, I still prefer the original Nemesis, but this one is pretty gnarly looking. Yeah, oh, in that full 360 there. Nice. Of course, his little heart cover machine accessory. And his containment suit. It's got the little cautions all over it, which is pretty cool. This is just rubber right here and on the belt there. Alright, let's see how well he moves. So, he can not look up very far. Of course, he's Nemesis, he's not really going to be looking up at anybody. Bury his chin pretty decently. He's got a little bit of attitude there. Let's see. Shoulders. I think that's about as far as they're going to go up. Not exactly sure what kind of ball joint that is, but as you can see, it's sort of butterflying up and down. We can do a full 360 there. Swivel at the bicep. That kind of looks like it might want to come out of there. And we got double jointed elbows. We got ball hinge wrists, so that's pretty nice. A lot of movement there, potentially. Let's see, torso-wise. Not gonna get very far back. A little bit more forward. More to this side, not so much to that side, but I think that's more to do with the skirting than anything else. His legs, what do we got? What are we working with here? Well, he can do better splits than a lot of Spider-Man figures. That's sad. Let's see. He can kick up all the way. He can much can he kick back? A decent ways back as well. Let's see, does he have... He does not have an upper thigh cut. Yeah, there's no turning at all up here, so that's slightly unfortunate. He does have double jointed knees. He can kick his own back. That's pretty useful there. His boots rotate. Sort of got sort of a rocker there. You can't really go backward or really very much forward. So might not be able to get him in the most dynamic of poses, which is a little unfortunate, but let's face it, most of the time he's going to be in something of that position anyway. And here he is with all of our other unofficial Resident Evil figures so far from a variety of companies. All three monsters, Nemesis, Zombie, and Liquor, are from Patriot Studios. Leon over there is from Lim. Claire and Jill are from Bro Toys. And I think the hunk was from 112 Collective or Lim. I don't fully remember. As you can tell, these scales are all over the place. Jill and Claire are frickin' tiny compared to everybody else. I think Jill is just way too small for Nemesis there, but it's the best Jill we have at the moment. Overall, I'm pretty ecstatic to have these so far. Can't wait for other companies to make more in the future. I'm going to see if I can dig out my original Nemesis figure from the Palisades days and put him up next to the new guy. Okay, and finally I thought we'd do a little side-by-side of the Palisades Nemesis to the new Big Boss Patriot Studios. As you can see, they're pretty much the same scale. Palisades is just a hair shorter, I suppose. Palisades Nemesis has definitely been the top Nemesis figure, in my opinion. Though I don't have the Moby Dick one. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. I still think that detail-wise, the Palisades one still holds up, but obviously the articulation department is where we're lacking. Also, I just still prefer our classic Nemesis to the new Nemesis. He's still pretty cool, but there's just something about the old one. Like all the visible tentacles around his neck there and coming out of the arm. And more of a full body trench coat rather than being taped up on that one. Okay, well, that's our review of the Patriot Studios Big Boss figure that it's totally not Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like if you did. Have a good day.